visit Susquehanna.net. Member FDIC.
Happy Hanukkah from 6ABC.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program.
Friday night, it's the final broadcast for Dave Roberts, and the school district implements new security measures to reduce racial tension at South Philadelphia High School. But the big story on Action News tonight is the coldest weather we have had since last March. And with winds gusting as high as 40 miles an hour in the city, temperature readings on the thermometer were largely irrelevant. Wind chills were down in the single digits this morning and not that much higher during the course of the day. For the specific facts and figures and for what happens next, let's go to Dave Roberts and AccuWeather. David?
Well, Jim, we talked about a frigid Friday, and that's exactly what we got, a frigid Friday. I just love to say that for some unknown reason. Let's take a look at those wind chills for this morning. In Philadelphia, it felt like 9 degrees above. Allentown, 3 degrees above. 9 for Trenton. Wilmington, 10 degrees. Atlantic City, 13 degrees. What does it feel like now with the temperature and the wind combined? In Philadelphia, 19 degrees. Already 2 degrees up there in the Poconos, 16 for Allentown, 27 in Wildwood. This evening's forecast, well, it's going to be clear and cold, but look at this, less wind. I think we're all ready for that. 9 o'clock, make that 8 o'clock tonight, 29 degrees. By 11 o'clock, we're looking at 26 degrees. But it's going to get better. Saturday's high 38 degrees. On Sunday, we're up to 42. And look at Monday. We're up to 45 degrees where the normal is 46 degrees where the normal is 45. So things are looking better, but we've got to get through the weekend. And also Sunday, there's a possibility of some rain. We'll talk more about that, Jim, when we come back in just a few minutes.
Thank you, David. Now, to track the temperatures across the tri-state area, you can visit the AccuWeather channel of our website at 6abc.com. You can type in your zip code to get the forecast tailored to your neighborhood. The Philadelphia School District must be grateful for the weekend so it can plan what to do next at South Philadelphia High School, and maybe everybody can take one step back and exhale, or maybe not. Action News reporter Vernon Odom has the latest.
Arlene Ackerman, the school superintendent, is trying to play catch-up with all the racial strife and safety concerns at South Philadelphia High. They've boiled over now, with more than 50 Asian students boycotting classes this week, saying they're the targets of constant violence and intimidation, including a huge set of attacks last week, mostly from black students. Ackerman's creating diversity training programs, installing dozens of new security cameras, and adding police inside and outside the building, including a sergeant, Robert Samuels, who's fluent in Chinese dialects.
你好嘛，我住在香港啊，7年啊，差唔多啊。
We're hoping that the young people who have boycotted will come back. You know, if what we needed is more higher security, that's fine. We've put those things in place. But what I said to the young people and the staff, we have to change our hearts, our minds.
So far, 10 students have been suspended with intent to expel in connection with the anti-Asian violence. More are being targeted.
Bullying. People get hit after school, in school. Like me, I got assaulted inside my classroom.
This afternoon, the Asian American Legal Defense and Education Fund announced plans to file a complaint for civil rights violations with the U.S. Justice Department, charging negligence against public school officials. Through interpreters, several boycotting students say they still fear returning to school and want meetings with Superintendent Ackerman, with parents and community leaders present before they decide whether or not to end the boycott. School resumes here on Monday with an elaborate plan in place for better security and bolstering racial harmony. But the hostilities here are of long standing, so measuring true progress could prove complicated. In South Philadelphia, Vernon Odom, Channel 6 Action News.
2 people were sent to the hospital today when a car crashed into a school bus as a child was getting on. You can see the Camaro was crushed and wedged under the rear of the bus along the 200 block of Chalfont Road in Hilltown, Bucks County. The Penridge School District tells Action News the student had his foot on the step but was not hurt. No other children were aboard. Newcastle County Police want to know why a beer truck struck and killed a woman in a parking lot this morning. It happened in the 100 block of Sunset Boulevard outside the BJ store just before 9 o'clock. An employee, 39-year-old Dana Martino of Penn Acres, was killed. The truck driver has not been charged. A 24-year-old man was killed overnight by a fast-moving fire in Phoenixville, Chester County. Authorities identify him as Ronald Lewis Streets III. A firefighter was also hurt, slipping and falling on the ice in the 300 block of Washington Avenue. They contained the two-alarm blaze by 3:06 a.m. Firefighters are still investigating the cause. With much ceremony and sorrow, they said goodbye to Mark Renninger today in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The haunting tones of a bagpipe and drum corps filled the Stabler Arena at Lehigh University, an invitation for other mourners to come into the arena, and a chilling accompaniment to the sight of Renninger's casket alone on the stage. Renninger was the police sergeant in Lakewood, Washington, gunned down November 29th along with 3 of his colleagues in a coffee shop. But Renninger's roots were in Bethlehem, and it was Bethlehem that said goodbye today.
We all feel the sorrow, the grief, and the anguish when we lose one of our beloved. We must take this moment to reflect on Mark's dedication to his community and to his family.
Lawmen from dozens of police departments joined a procession with his wife, 3 children, his mother, 4 brothers, and a sister to Holy Savior Cemetery for Renninger's funeral and his burial. Coming up on Action News tonight, Flower Power. We'll explain this beautiful explosion at the Museum of Art and how does one say goodbye. We will do our best with just precious moments left before Dave Roberts says goodbye to us. Jamie Apodi lets us know if Brian Westbrook will play this weekend against the Giants. That and much more when Action News continues tonight.
Hello, I'm Major Doug Rice, deployed to Southwest Asia. I'd like to say happy holidays to my friends and family in Newark, Delaware. I love and miss you very much. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Go Blue Hen. Talk to you soon.
Bye, Dave. We'll miss you. I grew up with you all of my life.
Dave, we're going to miss you. I'm going to miss you. Good luck, whatever you do.
Huge game on Sunday, Eagles-Giants. Question is, who's playing?
Yes, who's in, who's out? Eagles and Giants. It is a big game. Well, Kevin Curtis, he is questionable. He'll travel for the first time after missing 10 games after knee surgery. Deshaun Jackson will play for the first time since his concussion. Brian Westbrook, well, despite the fact that he practiced all week in a limited fashion, he has been officially ruled out. Hopefully for the last time, but he did work out with a new helmet that has some more cushioning in hopes of preventing further concussions. Of course, the Birds have won 3 straight games and have beaten the Giants 3 straight times. Now tied atop the NFC East with the Cowboys, they can't afford to let the Giants back in. Meantime, the G-men can't afford to let the Eagles get 2 games up on them in the standings.
Our approaches are the same and our attitudes are the same. This is a must-win situation for both teams because this puts us at 9-4, and they're looking at it the same way of them being able to put themselves closer in the wild card position.
All right, hopefully the buck stops at 11. The Sixers looking for their first win in 12 games tonight at home against Houston. It's a winnable game. Houston really has no big-name players. Back at practice, the team likely sick about talking about their losing streak. But if you look at the bright side, what they're going through can really test a team's character.
It's tested us, but I think, have come across with flying colors in the locker room, on the practice floor, in our meetings. And I haven't seen anything that dictates or that would implicate anybody or that shows that we're not hanging together.
We go into the locker room every day and, we look at each other and we say we got to find some kind of way to get it in. Once we get that first one, I think we're going to start getting more and more.
We've been through situations like this before. So, I think we have the character to get out of it. We just got to show it.
And Jim, big game on the main line tonight. Villanova in the Final Four of college football for a right to go to the championship.
Thank you, Jamie.
You got it.
The 110-year tradition of the Army-Navy game continues this weekend, and today support for both sides coming by sea. 4 Naval Academy Yard patrol vessels docked this morning at Penn's Landing, and yes, even the Army has boats. The 314-foot-long MG Robert Smalls will arrive here at 8 o'clock. All the ships are open for free tours tomorrow from 10 o'clock to 1. And reinforcements also arrived by air. 5 Osprey aircraft landed today at the Boeing plant in Ridley Park, Delaware County. The multi-purpose plane helicopter hybrid assembled at that plant will do flyovers over the game tomorrow. And we will be right back with the final forecast from Dave Roberts. Just a moment.
Let it snow.
The sounds of the holiday in Trenton this afternoon. The Capitol Singers performed carols and holiday favorites while Santa and Mrs. Claus wished happy holidays to passers-by. It was a warm-up for this evening's holiday tree lighting ceremony outside Trenton City Hall. Well, you have one more chance to get it right.
Are you ready to have some fun?
Ready.
Okay, let's go. Let's go to Storm Tracker 6, the regular version. And there we see the scan. There is nothing out there, nothing to report this evening. Let's go live now on Sky 6 as we look to the city. High definition. Going to remind you one more time. If you have it, enjoy it. If you don't have it, you better get it. May we have the 6 o'clock numbers, please? We're talking 31 degrees, relative humidity, 28%, very, very comfortable. The barometer is 30.30. It's on the rise. Why doesn't someone tell me about these things? Winds out of the west at 13 miles an hour. The studio is filling up. The wind chill, it feels like 21 degrees at this hour. Let's take a look at the current numbers here in Philadelphia. We're showing 31 degrees, 25 up there in Allentown, 17 in the Poconos, 36 in Wildwood, and 29 is the number for Wilmington. Here we go. What about the current wind chills? Feels like 21 in Philadelphia, -1 already up there in the Poconos. 25 in Wildwood, 17 for Reading, and also Lancaster. Here we go, the satellite along with Action Radar. We had lots of sunshine today, thank goodness for that. Things cleared out and stayed just beautiful. A few clouds moving in at this hour. For tomorrow, Saturday, more sun, less wind, high pressure in control. I wish I was. The high of 38 degrees. From Saturday, we're going to make our move on into Sunday, and there comes that low pressure disturbance. We're watching that. Looks like it's going to be mainly a rain event with a high of 42 degrees. Now you folks up there in the north and west, the possibility of a brief mix of wet snow when that starts. That's the setup for Sunday. AccuWeather's call is actually my call when we finish a show. Oftentimes we say that's a wrap, and that's a wrap for me, so that's my last little cloud. For tonight, we are looking at clear and cold, less wind, 18 degrees in the suburbs, 23 for Center City. You can't believe what I'm looking at right now. The whole studio's winds out of the west, 6 to 12 miles per hour. We'll show you in a couple of seconds. All right, let's take a look now at the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Here we go. Come on. There. I thought the clicker was going to fail me one more time. Not as harsh tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, a high of 38 degrees. On Sunday, it's mainly a rain event with a high of 42. Monday is partly sunny, 46 degrees. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, 50 degrees. Again, some rain possible. Wednesday, turning colder, 36 degrees. And now, the exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. This is the toughest part of the forecast because we're looking for mostly sunny skies, 35 degrees. That is on, who designed this? On Thursday, and then Friday, it's going to be partly sunny and 38 degrees. That's it. That's it, Gardner. I'm turning in my rain slicker. I'm turning in my umbrella. And my clicker.
Oh, no.
I love you. Oh, that's it. Oh, my goodness. Look at all these people here. Wow. Wow. Okay. Listen. Cut.
A few friends have dropped by.
I brought the ice pack for you. I know that your knee's been bothering you, so I thought you might need that.
We have something called a wide shot at the end of our first segment. Dave Roberts in 31 years, has never missed it. He did tonight because he was running up here to do the wide shot and he hurt his knee.
A little bit of a problem.
And so we've been using an ice pack for the last 10 minutes or so.
Something.
Everybody in the building has come in here to say goodbye, and in the front row, your family. Why don't you introduce us?
All right. Well, I got to start with the person that makes everything happen for me, and that's my lovely wife, Patty, whom I love dearly. Here's Patricia. Where is she? Over here? What are you doing? There she is. You got to be smiling now. Come on. She's stuck with me now, boy. There's big trouble, right? And then our oldest child, who's not a child anymore, Bo. Where's Bo? There's Bo over there with the newest edition, little baby Bardot. That's not Bo's. And with Bo also is Caledonia, my oldest granddaughter. And that's their family. Johnny is missing. My son-in-law is not here, unfortunately. And then we have Beth. My Bether is there, along with Griffin, is my buddy too. Yeah. And then introduce my daughter-in-law, Jamie, whom we love dearly. She produced that beautiful little Bardot for us, who is sound asleep. And later tonight, the two of us will be like that on the couch. And then my partner, Jaden, down here. Yeah. Is show business in this family? And of course, my son, David. And I love all of them dearly, and I could not have gotten to this point without Patty for getting things started. And yeah, it came out pretty good, didn't it? So thanks to my family. Now, I got to say a couple things. First of all, I want to say to all the viewers of the Delaware and Lehigh Valley, we came here almost 32 years ago with 3 little kids, and you took us into your hearts. So we're thankful to all of you for doing that over many, many years. And all the emails that I've received, and all at the bottom of the screen, all those messages, thank you very much. I physically cannot respond to them. So I thank you for that. Then I want to thank all the crew that we work with. Can you swing one of these cameras around and see the crew members? I mean, all these people back here, but the folks on the floor, and then we have, there they are, some of the people that make all of us look good. They are just the best in the business. And of course, then we have the people that are downstairs in what I call the dungeon.
They call it the dungeon too.
I know. It's a beautiful building, but we don't get to see them that much. So thanks to all of them. And I also have to say thanks to the man who's sitting next to me. You could not ask for a better professional partner or a better personal partner. We met back in the mid-70s. He was a young anchor then, and he's still a young anchor now. 2 gray-haired guys.
How did that happen?
I don't know, but it's just been a pleasure working with you, and a real honor. So I love you dearly. It's just
From the very beginning, you were a rock and a source of support for me, and you know that you still are. And I love you.
It works both ways, my friend. And we've been through a lot of good times and some very, very sad times. So as we sit here tonight, I just want to say thank you to everyone. I don't have enough love in my heart to pass it all out to everybody. I wish I did, but thank you so much for everything. And then as we sit here, I look over to Jamie Bodie, and I know that between Jamie and Jim sits Gary. And we're thankful for him and Kathleen and the boys, Nathaniel and Tucker. And what a ride. And we're going to have a little party later, right? Yeah. Okay, that's it. Listen. I just had more time than all my weather shows all week.
And they had told me we were cutting you down to about 1 minute and 45, but then they decided to go longer.
That's good. That's good.
David,
thank you.
You're leaving us as a colleague, but not as a friend. You're still here.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna come by. As long as security, checks me out. They let me in. I have to turn in everything.
You'll have a special card.
Okay.
Thanks, Jim. Well, World News is next on Channel 6 with Charlie Gibson. Action News continues at 11. For Dave Roberts, the entire Action News team, I'm Jim Gardner. We hope you'll join us for Action News at 11 o'clock. Thank you, Joe. Love you. Love you. Yes! Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Action News, closed caption for the hearing impaired.